just heard 3 hot takes spit out between the 2 of these out here, Rachel. Yeah. Well, first of all, B.B. Shea said, Like It's Christmas by the Jonas Brothers may be the best Christmas song of all time. We just heard it for the first time. I heard it last week, and I was like, God, I love this song. And it's the Joe Brothers.
Were you at the gym?
No, I was in the car. I was in, and I was listening to Christmas music, and it came on, and I was like, dang, I love it. I was really...
This is a bop.
Does your current minivan car radio display what's playing?
No.
That technology is still too new for you?
That's right. I don't have that technology. Luckily, the DJ, and shout out to him, he's a competitor, but he said, there's the Joe Bros. I was like, what? And it's called Like It's Christmas from the Jonas Brothers. And I was like, dang. So I went ahead and wrote that down. I really like it. Because that Joe Bros question had nothing to do with, this is very interesting, actually. The Jonas Brothers question had nothing to do with Christmas, but I knew it was coming up. I had written it like the week before, so I immediately pulled off the side of the road, and I texted Biggie, and I said, for that question coming next week about the Jonas Brothers, use this Christmas song. I just heard it. It's called Like It's Christmas. And he wrote back to me, I can't breathe.
I'm in intensive care. You got some nerve.
So I was like, oh, man.
That's right.
So then I went over to BB Shea.
The doctor said my phone kept buzzing. Finally, I said, I better look at it.
It's better be important.
It's got to be family, right?
Yeah. People looking after me.
I said, make sure you use.
Do you know the Jonas Brothers have a Christmas song?
Biggie's in the ambulance. Kelly's driving, listening to this. Clear. I like this song.
I'm going to have Biggie put this in so we can play it.
Take out whatever was in there and replace.
Yeah, I had something else in there. Replace it. Because it's only going to be a few days before Christmas. Yeah, the juxtaposition of our 2 rides at that time. He was in the ambulance at that time. And I was listening to this. So we made it so. It was really good. And BB Shady says this may be the best Christmas song of all time. Now, I don't know. That's going, you got your White Christmas. You got the Andy Williams.
You got a Hanson.
You got a Hanson song.
I haven't heard the Hanson song.
Do we have the Hanson song? What is it
I
called?
don't think we have Hanson. They did the Stevie Wonder song, That's What Christmas Means to Me.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's
I know it. I know it. Yeah.
That's a swinging little song. It's hard to
very
do a bad version of that one.
We don't have, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't
Yes,
think we have
it is a
Hanson.
good one. It is very, very good.
Stevie's is perfection.
Fantastic. Let me say this. There's not many Christmas songs I don't like. I never hear one come on and go, and turn it. I like almost all of them. Is there anything any one of them, you don't like the pa-rum-pa-pum-pums?
I don't like the Drummer Boy. I don't like the Rumpa-Pums.
Yeah.
You mentioned your wife thinks the Carol of the Bells is a little too intense.
Yes.
I didn't think about that till you said that, and I totally agree. It's a little too intense for the holidays.
She is...
But it was meant to be played in a church, right?
Yeah, but it's still just a little... I don't know. Puts me on edge.
Well, that's the metal version.
Yeah.
well, this one comes on a lot. Again, they play this a lot. And
this is Mannheim Steamroller.
Mannheim Steamroller. And when it's played, and they do this a lot, she'll go, oh my God, I can't, my nerves are on edge.
Yeah.
And then she'll turn it.
That's what Christmas means to me.
Exactly. So, and she's always like, there's no way I can listen to this. I mean, she's very, very high strung when it comes to that. She's not great under pressure. I'll just say that. And so when it plays, and I love it. You think it's too frantic?
It's too much, yeah.
I do like it. And I like this version of it. You like it?
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, I like the tune. I don't love Mannheim Steamroller version.
Yeah. I like Oh Holy Night a lot. I think that's a great song. It's something about that one I just love. And
you got to be a pretty good singer to sing that one.
Agreed. And
that's not an easy one.
I think we like is it Carrie Underwood that sings that? My wife has all these, that we listen to on the list. But
it's on your mix, Ray.
Yeah, what do you like?
Okay, I'm afraid to say it, but my favorite Christmas song ever. I don't think it should, you should not be able to cover it. Last Christmas, Wham.
It's great. I love it.
It's a great song.
I don't think anybody else should be allowed to sing it.
I love it.
Do other people do it now?
Yeah, other people cover it all the time, and it's always bad.
Let me tell you how I ruined that 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
There's a you're familiar with like getting whammed at Christmas? Have you heard of this? Where
Yeah.
you try not to hear it.
Uh-huh.
So Biggie was
And then
saying,
you have to post when you're
right,
whammed.
Yeah. So Biggie said like, "Oh, I haven't been whammed yet this Christmas." And I was like, "Why would you want to avoid that song? That's a great song." He goes, "Just for fun." I said, "We're not going to have any fun here."
Yeah.
So I played it during a game, so he'd have to hear it, just like I just did with the Jonas Brothers. I was like, "Here, now
Biggie's heart shrunk 3 sizes. that day.
that more than anything else led to his hospitalization that year."
That year. Yeah.
That was 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it was a while
That
back.
was a while back when I ruined that one for him. I love Last Christmas. I think it's a great Christmas song. Andy Williams, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. And I mean, there are other versions, I guess, but his is so good. I love that.
Yeah,
Do you
that
like
voice,
that one?
that voice is butter.
Oh yeah, it's great.
My God, he does it so well. I think, is this Andy Williams? Yeah, we have him here.
There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for
Fantastic.
toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most
Now I'm actually getting emails for Dominic the Donkey. All right, that's one we play. For the Chris Kelly 12 Days. of
Somebody just called me about
For the
that.
Chris
I was
Kelly
just
12.
about to ask you.
You know the Chris Kelly 12 Days of Christmas?
I have not heard it.
Do we have time? I don't think we have time.
I don't think we have time.
We'll have to do it next hour.
Next year. Come back in 12 months.
We'll play
God
that.
willing, we're all here.
All right, you'll be back in here, of course. Right. We made a Chris Kelly's 12 Days of Christmas a few years ago. My wife had killed some goldfish that year, and so that's referenced in there. We can play that here in a minute. The other scintillating hot take that BB Shea made was, Chris Demm lit a candle in here. We're not allowed to once Biggie comes back. His oxygen tank.
We're not joking.
No, this is the last of the candles. There'll be no more candles in here.
Yeah, if we can get him back in here, I'll happily snuff the candle.
That's
Yeah,
right.
sure.
We got to do that. But BB Shea said the match itself is a better smell than the candle. I think you may be right about that.
Yeah, I think they need to make candles that smell like the match.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
That's a very Kramer idea.
That is something. A candle.
candle smells like
the match.
Yeah.
That would be incredible. Yes. And then Chris Demm says when his mom or aunt used to
Mom,
smoke.
brother, grandmother, Pinky, everybody smoked in our family. Half the adults in our family smoked. And the first 10 seconds of them lighting up cig is just the most powerful retro feeling of nostalgia.
It's a good smell the first few seconds.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
When the flame first hits the tobacco.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
After that, it gets to be
Yeah,
like
once it starts lingering, it
no
gets
good.
bad.
And once
but
it comes
that
out of your
initial-
lungs,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't need it.
That's another thing. My wife says when she hears Carol the Bells, I've got to start smoking. She does. It puts her on edge. She's never smoked. She's like, God, I wish it was even halfway good for you. I would smoke to calm my nerves. Biggie told me no more cigarettes either. Ooh, I know. It's really sad. Okay, coming up next hour.
Power hours here.
You said you might want to smoke, possibly.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
It's been a rough year.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Yes, it
not?
has.
Take
Yeah.
the edge off a
Yeah,
little.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Why not? We live once.
Let's wrap it up.